rebound by Houdini. Houdini's got 11 rebounds in the game. And it's Russell in the corner. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Jackson Davis. Off target from outside. Here's Slim. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's Seattle with the ball. Pass to the machine. The shot by Murphy. No one around. It's good from long range. Murphy's got 38 points.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
What a response. Hitting a three of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And here's a timeout now from George Clark. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Slim's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Takes the three. He drills the three.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Oakland trails by 3.
At the line for Oakland, number 2, 2 shots.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
And the foul on the monster. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Now Jackson Davis. And it misses. And now Russell pushing it up. No one has to stop him. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Picked by Murphy. Here's the machine. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Picked him clean. 18 feet away. Connects with the J. Seattle trails by 3. 124 left in the game. Here's the eraser. Covered by Barnes. And he banks the layup in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Here's the monster. 4 on the shot clock. Barnes. Jumper is off.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Here's the eraser. Covered by Barnes. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the monster. It's good.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
And so George Karl decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Right side Murphy. And the 3 misses. So it's Oakland picking up the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Houdini.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports with some NBA hoops. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Now New York starting 5. And it's Freeman in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, and it's the Professor in at small forward. Stan, the end of the season is in sight, and some teams now desperate to get into the playoffs.
And when you're in that situation, you can feel the pressure when you're on the floor and in the locker room. Those guys know they're running out of chances to get to the postseason.
And it's going to be Minnesota off the tip. Pass to Duncan. Oh, it's stolen away. Fast break. Here comes New York. Here's ABC. And the Wizard pulls it down. Lively passes to the Professor. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Pass to Doctor. Here's ABC. We saw him with 19 his last time out.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Now here's Lively. Slam dunk by Lively.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Duncan. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. The Professor with a bucket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Bird passes to the Doctor. Here's ABC. Here he goes. And it's Cowboy missing.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
The Professor with a bucket. The Professor's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Doctor. There's a screen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. New York shooting their first free throws of the evening.
0-0 at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Perfect from the line this time.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Pass to Duncan. Here's the Wizard. Fires for three. And he buries his first look.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
New York trails by 6. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Pass to ABC from outside the arc. Drops in the 3. ABC's got 7 points in the game. For Minnesota, they've gone a perfect 7 for 7. Duncan, the pass to Lively. A little mid-range shot is up. And it's New York with a rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Bird. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Pass to the Professor. Here's Duncan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the block. Here's Freeman. He's scoreless. Cowboy, the pass to ABC. Good.
Number 31. Assisted by number 38.
ABC's gone 4 of 5 from the floor. Just the one miss. Pass to the Wizard. Here's Duncan. And here's Lively. Clock at 6. Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
For New York, they've gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Here's ABC. He's got 9. Pass to Freeman. Here's Bird. Puts up a 3. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Here's the Professor. To the inside. The Wizard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Pass to Bird. New York working the ball around now. Here's ABC. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. See the stat sheet here for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
One shot.
Here's the Professor. He's got 6. Pass to Champ. Here's Blackman. Here's James on the wing. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. New York has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's the great. And there's the screen. From deep three-point land. And it's Harris with the rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Blackman. No points yet. And yep, it's good. And Minnesota leads by 2.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Pass to the Magician. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now, here is James. Here's Champ. 4-3. Up again. For New York, they've got 8 of 13 attempts to go. On the take, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. Pass to the Professor. Here's Champ. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Let's look at the best shooting teams in the association. The 4th spot held by Minnesota.
The basketball IQ this team possesses is special. They don't rush anything on the offensive end. They take their time and stay patient trying to find the best shot possible.
A minute 53 left in the first. Here's the great. Still without a bucket. Here's Big Daddy. New York, again, can't hit.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Here's the great. Check by James. Oh, stolen by Harris. Here they come with numbers in transition. Releases from 15. James can't get it to go. New York has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. There's a minute 12 left in the first quarter. Flash, the pass to Big Daddy. 5 to shoot. New York working the ball around now. New York needs to get off a shot here. The 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them. Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's the great. 8 points in his last time out. 32 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Flash. Fires from deep. And it's the Professor with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Harris outside. Here's the Professor. And here's Harris. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Here's Champ. No good on the buzzer beater. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. It's Minnesota leading by just 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And it's Duncan in at the point. And for New York, and it's Flash in at the 3 slot. Now here's Lively. The D's right on him. Pass to Blackman. Puts one up from 19. Rebounded by the Doctor. And for New York, their shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Lets the three fly. Connects from downtown. And now a 3-point New York lead.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Here's Duncan. Pass to the Wizard. Picked it out of midair. Here's Flash. Still no points. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And it's rejected. To the right side. Here's Duncan.
New York foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for New York. Number 31. Number 31.
New York on D. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. The rebound by Cowboy. New York leading by 3. Here's Bird. He's got 5. Here's the pick. Pass to Cowboy. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And New York leads by 5.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Minnesota trails by 5. Pass to Lively. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. 6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot to snap the cold streak. Minnesota again missing.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Freeman. Here's ABC. He's got 14. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now. And when you're trying to slow down a great scorer, there are those shots you've just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, BA, you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
Here's ABC, following the score by Minnesota. The Doctor, no good. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for New York.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And on top of that, they've been dialed in from deep. And if they keep it up, it could be a big night for them.
New York has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Launches a 3. Bird, that's good. Bird's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Pass to Duncan. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. New York shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
At the line for the away team, number 3, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. So it comes up empty at the line. Minnesota trails by 3. Here's James. And it's Bird with a rebound. For New York, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. And he dumps it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Harris. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Lively with it. Pass to James. Shoots. Plenty of room to knock down that one. New York leading by 3. Here's Bird. Give him 8 points now. There's a screen. ABC, the pass to Cowboy. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Well, after a bad start, he looks like a different player right now.
Pass to Lively. Here's the Wizard. Fires high post. And he gets the jumper to drop. Lively's got 4 points this quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And Minnesota with possession here. After the basket by New York on the other end. And it's New York with a rebound.
One thing we saw from them that game, and we see it around the league, an over-dependency on the 3-ball.
That shot, the 3, is very volatile. On games when it's falling, you can beat anyone, but when you're leaning on it and you go cold, tough sledding.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Pass to Harris. To the middle. Oh, deflected. Here's ABC, covered by Lively.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Here are the best on the boards, the league's best rebounding teams. New York, 4th.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
Minnesota trails by 7. Here's Champ. James, outside. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
We'll talk about graceful. He reaches out and gently drops in the finger roll.
Pass to Big Daddy. Here's ABC. Into the lane. Takes the 3. The shot by Big Daddy, no good. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. The professor. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Oh, there's the alley. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. A minute 29 left to play in the half. Pass to ABC. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
They came into the second quarter determined to get the ball inside, and it's paying off.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Here's the professor. He's got 10. Here's ABC. Off target with the 3. Minnesota trails by 4. Here's the professor. Pass to the Wizard. Here's the professor. James deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Damn, good. Champ's got his second basket of the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
New York has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Fades. No good off the glass. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. It'll be the second game of 4 straight at home. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Yeah, that's like a quarterback leading his receiver. Put it right on him.
Here's ABC. 19 points in the game. They set the screen. The 3 is up. That one doesn't drop. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Chris Finch. And, Coach, any adjustments that you'd like to see on the offensive end?
Yeah, I mean, ideally we'd like to get some movement and get into a bunch of random pick and rolls, and then we feel like keep the defense a little bit off balance, but been a little sluggish so far tonight.
Got to put the defense back on its toes. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting that defense on its heels.
Yeah, you love their tempo. When they play fast, they can put points on the board in a hurry, Ernie.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
You know, right now for Minnesota, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And it's the Wizard in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Here's the doctor. Pass to Cowboy. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Number 55.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
New York shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Number 3 at the line for one.
Minnesota trails by 3. Pass to Lively. Here's the professor. Three-pointer. Lively's shot is off. Here's Freeman. And there's a 3-second violation. And a look now at Minnesota's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, and then on Friday.
And for their matchup with Detroit, this is one we've all been waiting for. Two of the best teams in the league going at it. And you know whoever wins is going to be viewed as a finals contender.
Here's Duncan to the paint. The professor, the pass to the Wizard. Shot clock at 5. And the 3 off target.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
The doctor, pass to Cowboy. Here's Freeman. New York working the ball around now. Pass to Cowboy. Lets it fly. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. The professor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Steps back. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
And that one's in. Nice feed on the play. Cowboys got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Pass to Lively. To the left wing. Here's Duncan. He's got 6. Here's the professor. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And Minnesota making a change here.
Number 3, shooting 1.
Minnesota trails by 4. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And a chance now for us to take a look at the point guard leaders in assists this season. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Minnesota shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
Number 45. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Here's the doctor. 6 points for him. New York, again, can't hit.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
No luck on that one. For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to Bird. Here's Freeman. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. And it's ABC missing. For Minnesota, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Here's Blackman. Now Lively. He's got 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for Minnesota, Lively, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. New York making a switch here. And it's tied up with that one. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Doctor. Here's Bird. And there's a pick. This one for 3. And it's the Professor with a rebound. The Professor's got 6 rebounds in the game. For the lead. Knocks it down from distance. 11 points in the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Down low. Here's Lively. The rebound by Cowboy. New York trails by 3. A shot to stop the run. And a two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Lively. "11 feet out." Rebounded by the Doctor. The Doctor's got rebound number 7 tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's the Doctor. 6 points for him. Pass to Bird. Just 5 on the clock. Freeman knocks down the long J. Freeman's got his second basket of the night. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go. Neither able to land the knockout blow.
Here's the Professor. 12 points for him. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta. Lively's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Big Daddy. No points so far. Inside. James with a steal. In transition. Here they come. And he slams it in one-handed.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Flash the pass to Big Daddy. They set the pick. Pass to Flash. New York working the ball around now. Here's the great. Here's Flash. Check by James. And here comes the break. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
And he makes a first. He's off on the second.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
Flash. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Minnesota's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Blackman. Harris outside. Back to James. Here's Flash. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. And it's Harris with the rebound. Now here is James. Defense is right there. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. This will be his third free throw attempt of the game.
Team foul. At the line for Minnesota, James.
1 shot.
Shooting 1.
James, no good on the free throw. New York trails by 4. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Now, here is James. He's got 7. To the middle. Here's Blackman. And he makes it. Blackman's got his first points of the game.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Flash, the pass to Big Daddy. They set a pick. Wide open look. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Now, here is James. Not a lot of room. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
Man, the defender really went after him.
For Minnesota, Blackman. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. New York making a switch here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. New York trails by 6. Here's the great. Get to see a basket. 11 feet out. Off the left rim and out.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Here's Champ. 5 on the clock. Pass to Blackman from the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. The Doctor's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Flash. And he jams it home with authority.
As a defender, you have to get more physical with him in the post.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Now here's Harris. Harris a screen. Here's James. Offline from the high post. New York trails by 4. Here's the great. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And it's the 2K leaderboard, the league's most potent offenses since the break. Number 1, Minnesota.
Since the All-Star break, this squad has been on fire on offense, looking like a well-oiled machine and taking and making high percentage shots.
"51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Champ. 6 points for him. Pass to the Wizard. Just 5 to shoot. To the wing on the left. The shot. Minnesota again missing. New York trails by 4. 20 seconds left in the third. The great. Here's the Doctor. He has 6. The shot won't fall. James outside. It could go. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the third. It's Minnesota. They lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So on the floor for New York. And it's Cowboy in its center, filling out the middle.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. They set the pick. Out to the wing. Big Daddy, the pass to Bird. New York working the ball around now. The shot by Big Daddy, no good.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them. And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Freeman. Counted from distance.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Champ. Pass to Duncan. Driving inside. 6 to shoot. Score.